Eric Mwather, Mwather.com. It is late on Wednesday night, March 4th, 2015. So I'm recording this after reading your video early in the day. I told you I'd record this if I get time, and seem like I'm getting a couple of minutes here before go to bed. And you had sold 3 at 25, 52.25. 25. Oops, sorry for that. So somewhere around here, and somewhere around here. Anyway, so 52.25, and you did point out that you did not like the RSI. Now, I'm gonna go into this, and personally, I don't see anything wrong necessarily with the stock. There's one obvious observation here. Probably that's what you are referring to. These higher highs in price, 1, 2, and 3 levels, have been coming in lower and lower technical strength. So maybe that is something that could be a problem, especially if the stock cannot hold and stay above 69.10 on the weekly, as an example. The more it can move back above 69.10, the more strength it has. Is it broken? Is it poised to go lower? Honestly, I don't know, but I'll tell you what I do know is that I don't see anything necessarily bearish as of right now on the chart. And actually, if I take a look at the daily continues showing the RSI trading above 69.10, and that's a very strong level for the stock to be. So I think it could even spike because of that strength. Take a look at the hourly. The hourly, there was this spike here, which corresponds with this RSI movement somewhere here as an ideal entry level, and a simple straight line. You can see the market has come back to this level once before during this short hourly pullback at 46 before jumping back to 53, and we are holding above that. So personally, also if I take a look at the MACD, I see signs that one of the short-term MACD settings is about to move back above 0. The other MACD is above 0. So they are not looking that broken. On the monthly, RSI continues trading above 69.10. So personally, I would have held, just because I don't see anything that scares me out of the name. And that's the daily. Maybe that negative divergence on the weekly is a reason to be concerned, but I'm not sure that that would really be a problem as of right now, because yes, stocks can pull back a little bit by the end of the week. Who knows, it might be trading back above that 69.10 threshold. So personally, from a personal observation, I think the fact that the RSI on the hourly and the daily are trading above 69.10, the market here, as far as tree is concerned, honestly, in my opinion, looks great. I actually think if it can move above this recent daily closing high there, after 2 days of rest now, if it breaks out, that's going to be a fresh breakout. So maybe you saw something, but as far as I'm concerned, I haven't seen that of a bearish situation in this chart, because the dailies, hourlies, monthlies are all above 69.10. The other stock you mentioned is DGLY, and so let's take a couple of minutes, take a look at this one. Now, one of the reasons why the stock could have potential is because of this 3-week move here, an absolute screaming period here. I guess I'm trying to consider this 3 weeks here when the stock moved from under $4 straight to 32 is a sign that the stock, whatever moved it, can come back into the name, or some of that momentum can come back in the name. It could do well. Other than that, I do not like the volatility in the stock. $32. Okay, so you start at $4, 32, back to 10, back to 24, back to 10. And I think this type of volatility is not stability. So even though the stock could maybe spike, but I'm not sure. That volatility sometimes can be a problem once you get into the name. And as you can see on this monthly chart, a lot of up, down, up, down, up, down action. And even the RSI is not consistent. So personally, I wouldn't say it's the greatest idea in my book. We also see that this break of this high corresponds with this RSI, little break there. I would say this node. And so we'll go backwards, forwards, and you can see uniform activity above that line and back below it, which was that high in the 20s. It lost 50% of its gain there. And here we see that over the last couple of days, it's gone above that blue line and back below it with uniform activity, which might be suggesting that that could be a problem. So let's agree on something. If the stock can settle down for a couple of days and then eventually break out above this recent closing high at 14, maybe there's a chance for the stock to do well. So if it can move above 14, the recent daily closing high, maybe by then it's going to have taken care of this resistance right now. So it would be have to be above that resistance line and have to be above 14, the previous daily closing high recently, for this to have a chance to move higher. Personally, I think it's just too much volatility in the stock, and visually I can see I haven't done this until now, so I'm just going to draw a simple straight line like that. You can see that the little bit of an adjustment, slight adjustment, it connects to those 3 points. And don't forget that we are drawn a line like that. So this is potential resistance. It needs to be above that if it's going to do well. And we can see that if we go backwards and test the line, that we had uniform activity above that line and back below it, which was the high here at about $6 before it went back to $4, which is another 40% correction. So given all that, I'm not sure that I would be too excited about this name. The volatility is one problem. Yes, I can see the potential for being in a spiky situation, but I think the resistance on the daily and the volatility on the weekly and the monthly, I wouldn't put it on my top watch list. But if you're looking for a spike, maybe if it can clear that level at 14 and also jump above those two lines, maybe there's a chance. Right now, I'm not sure. Eric Mwade, good luck. Probably be sending this to you in the morning. So good morning, Eric Mwade. Good luck, peace and blessings for me. Good night and good luck. Woo!